independent practice doctor for about 35 years, retired about a year ago, and now I'm starting my passion, which is medication adherence or medication non-adherence, depending on how you think of it. Been a member of GREAT for about 6 months, and really enjoyed it. Really see the passion you all have for taking care of the elderly, and it's very impressive. I'm a gerontologist myself. We do have, if you're interested in the talk or interested in our bear, you can sign. We do have sign-up sheets with the information stuff in the middle of each table. So, what can a bear save a life? That's the question. And I'm going to convince you that yes, our little bear can save lives and already has. So, go to the next slide. You can see that not this kind of bear, this bear, but maybe our bear, MediTeddi. All right. So, how do I mean that a bear can save a life? Well, let's take a look at a few facts here. Since I think people don't always believe me when I say things, I went to ChatGPT and I asked.
That's impressive.
It's not hard. All you gotta do is Google ChatGPT, and I said, how serious is medication non-adherence about people not taking it? And ChatGPT said that is responsible for 125,000 deaths a year. And this is the number that I came up with as well. So 125,000 deaths a year, that's more deaths than the deaths from breast cancer and colon cancer combined. And not only that, but non-adherence, this is straight from ChatGPT, it's gotta be right. It contributes to increased healthcare costs, hospitalizations, emergency room visits, and people get sick and they don't just die, they're just miserable because they haven't taken their medicine. And I saw this time and time again in my practice, that people weren't taking their medicines and they got sick. I had a guy just a year ago, or a couple years ago, he got tired of me badgering him, and he found another doctor, had a massive stroke, and then came back to my practice. He said, "You're right, I should have taken my medicine." Well, I saw it time and time again, kids, adults, it doesn't have to be geriatric. So, it said medication non-adherence is a significant public health issue, more deaths than colon and breast cancer combined. So I'm sure you've all seen this in people that you work with, either relatives or people in your family, or people that you work with. So what to do about this problem? This is the kind of thing I saw in my office. I had people bring in all their medicines. They bring in piles of medicines, garbage bags full of medicines that they're not taking, that are stuck in their medicine cabinet. And the problem is that pharmacies now, they have automatic renewal. So people have thousands of dollars worth of medicine that it's being automatically renewed and they're not taking it. So, and this results in heart attacks, strokes, depression, seizures. Most of the time you see a seizure in the hospital, that people in the hospital with seizures, they're not taking their medicine. Their anticonvulsant levels are 0 or just minimal. Okay, so it is a problem. I think we all can identify that as a problem. This is kind of the statistics from Excelis, next to ChatGPT, who could be more reliable. But so about 70 to 80% of people actually fill their medicines, and about 70% take them as directed for the first few months, and then at the end, about half of people end up taking their medicines as directed. We have a lot of good medicines, but what's the use of having good medicines if people don't take them? This is what results in hundreds of thousands of deaths every year and morbidity and mortality. So, so we have a bear, MediTeddi, and I'll tell you how it works in a minute. But we tested the MediTeddi because people were going to say, well, how can a bear improve health? Okay, so we did a clinical study here in Rochester. So we gave one group MediTeddi with instructions, and the other group usual care. These were a group of poorly controlled diabetics, and these diabetics were tough ones. Some were in my practice, and some were in other practices. They had years and years of high blood sugar. So you can see in the control group on the left, their average blood sugar stayed the same throughout the course of the study. Now, but our group with the bear on the right here had an average blood sugar drop of 35 points. That's an A1C drop of 1 for those of you who are familiar with diabetes. So if that drop were to continue for the rest of their life, these people would have fewer hospitalizations and would live 5 to 10 years longer just from having that bear. And the other thing about MediTeddi is we did a test called the Mirsky scale, the Mirsky medication scale, which tests confidence and depression. And you can see there was a tremendous improvement. A drop means improvement, like golf. A lower score is better. So you can see on the right side, from the beginning to the end of the study, people had tremendous improvement in self-confidence. So these are clinical studies which show MediTeddi improves improves medication adherence. So what does MediTeddi do? It does really two things. It asks you twice a day whether you take your medicine, and you're supposed to press the yes or no button to answer yes. And MediTeddi records the response so that the doctor or the healthcare team or the nurse coming in or maybe somebody coming in to try to improve the status of a person's living situation, they can come in and press both pause and get a 7, 14, and 21-day rolling average of how well that person's doing. Because Hippocrates once said 2,500 years ago, this is a long time ago, Hippocrates said patients often lie about taking the medicine. So we can't really get away with that when they have MediTeddi. So patients come in and tell me they're taking the medicine and they're taking the medicine often. So this is the way to check it. So let's see, first of all, let's just see how MediTeddi works for the first part. Ask them twice daily. I'll put you on the microphone.
Hi, I'm Betty Bear. I'm here to help you remember to take your medicine. Every morning at this time, I will ask you if you took your medicine. I will ask you again in 10 hours, then every day at the same time. Let's get started.
This just happens the first time you turn the bear on.
Wow.
And it works for
I'm
years.
feeling fuzzy today. How about you? Press my yes paw if you took your medicine. Maybe that will wake me up. Or press my no paw if you did not take your medicine.
I got up early today and didn't take my medicine, so I'm going to say no.
You have responded that you are not taking your medicine. I wonder why you are not taking it. I couldn't bear to have you get sick. Remember, you can call your doctor if you are having trouble.
So the bear says like 20 or 30 different things. It doesn't say the same thing every time. So it's got a lot of clever of things in there. So that's the first thing. The bear asks you twice a day. And we've had people use the bear for years and kept their A1C and the sugars down, but it's also obviously helpful for other problems. We had a young child with seizures that was having them repeatedly. We gave him the bear and he's not having any more seizures. He's able to go to school. And another gentleman with depression who's in a hospital with suicide on a regular basis. He wasn't taking his depression medicine, and he's better now. He's not going to the hospital hardly at all. So that's kind of my spiel. And the second part is the retrieval of information, the retrieval of data, and that's going to be in our testimonials here.
He's cute.
Oh yeah.
I get a kick out of him. He really does help me. And it always tells me when it's happy with me.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
my best friend, or different things it says, and I crack up. It's just so cute.
I didn't know what to expect when I first got him, and but no, I just really like him. I like him because he helps me to keep my illnesses down, and I don't have to go to the emergency like I used to because I'm not taking my blood pressure medicine.
I would recommend MediTeddi because she really saved my life as far as my diabetes.
When I got the bear tells me that, and it reminds me of, did you take your medicine today? And I don't wanna press no and I know that I didn't take it, or I didn't wanna press yes and I know I didn't take it. So he always reminds me to.
Well, it definitely helps because, you know, it makes you aware that, I mean, even though I take my pills, you know, pretty much for when I'm supposed to, but it does make you more aware of what
She
you're
wasn't
doing
taking
and
it.
if you've been taking it or whatever, so. Yeah.
By accountability, I have to press both yes and no for 6 seconds, and she will tell me how well I'm doing.
Hi, I'm glad to see you. Ready to hear the statistics? Press my yes pop to begin. Press my no pop to quit now. Statistics for 7 days. Positive responses, 100%. Negative responses, 0%. Missed responses, 0%. Statistics for 21 days. Positive responses, 100%. Negative responses, 0%. Missed responses, 0%. Press my yes paw to hear it again. Press my no paw if you are done. Goodbye.
That makes me feel really great. And I feel great.
So, I mean, for $99, that's not a bad price. Half a vial of insulin costs $100. So, and I don't think insulin can give you the kind of response that these people have had. So, give it some thought and sign up if you would like to hear more about MediTeddi. And thanks for your time.